Ooh. Ayo, what up? It's DT here. We all chilling in the studio, hanging out, and we came up with this idea of the monthly wrap-up. You hear those yearly wrap-ups that happen all the time. Why not every month? Come up with a series of events, write it, you know, spit it live. So I got my sponsor, Absolut Vodka, to get me through this. Shout out to you guys, big ups, and we're gonna get it in. Check it out.
This is DT coming with your monthly wrap-up. From those doing it big to those who want to act up. From your local bread store to worldwide and more. Listen to it, you might have missed something you ain't heard before. I said, this is DT coming with your monthly wrap-up. Some shit'll be serious and some shit will bring you laughter. Keep in mind, I got you here for as long as a shower. And remember, at the end of the day, knowledge is power. Let's see, we've been through a lot since Christmas Eve. Bypassed many tragedies you wouldn't believe. Since then we grieved on the tall, handsome fella, the foodaholic, the freedom fighter, Nelson Mandela. The man who would have had a million stories all to tell us, even though we spent 27 years locked in the cellar. Congregate, set on hate and discriminate. None of that could easily wipe the smile up off his face. He had a certain struggle that people couldn't relate, and managed to get to the president and have him replaced. Anyway, rest his soul, funny story was told. Stevie Wonder's Grammy won, South Africa did him cold. He dedicated it to Nelson to keep a hold. So what they do, ban his music to play on radio. That shit I loathe. Although that story was old, look him up. There's a lot more to this man than I have told. But sadly, this isn't the last man that we will miss. Along with civilians, we say goodbye to Lord Infamous. Remember, a 3-6 Mafia brings history. His body was found at his mother's house. Reason is a mystery, but this isn't it, my G. I hope I haven't lost you. We also say rest in peace to the late Paul Walker, who had a daughter, a tragedy. Had a car accident supporting a charity. The man had integrity. Unlike these next fellas I'm about to put on socket. Whatever their intentions, they coming out of pocket. But luckily they were stopped by the armed force for attempting to steal the parts to the crashed Porsche. And now they both have gone to jail, 18 and 25 years old, on a $20,000 bail. But let's pay tribute to Brian O'Connor in Perth City. They had a car cruise to support his honor, only expecting a few hundred cars to roll up. A shocking 3,000 V8 utes and tour trucks. But to police, it was a payday, cause nearly 200 tickets were given out from the straight A. Now, I'd have to say, that's as surprising as the album randomly dropped by Beyonce. As much as I enjoy seeing the rest half off it, I'd have to say my favorite visual was probably Haunted. Did I mention she made a video for every track and sold over 500,000 in 3 days back to back? Oh snap, can't expect much less from Queen Bee. This is her 5th album going #1 consecutively. But now we move on to a subject of worrying whether or not your child suffers from abuse or bullying. These cats did an experiment. I'm loving playing out bully scenarios and see if people jump in. Sadly, we endure the fear that people live in because the people getting involved were mainly women. A dope tribute. It goes for a couple of minutes. I strongly suggest it. Links are in the description. The next story I'm getting prepared to see. Ghostface Killah will be on the season of Couples Therapy. Remember revealing what goes on in the streets coming January next year, a couple of weeks. Speaking of the streets, I read an article that's heartbroken. Well photographed, well made, and well spoken. Chris Arnade, 48, went out and focused to shine the light on the closed minds but eyes open. 8 short stories on how these people headed, growing up to prostitutes and crack addicts. Like Chris Bishop, who drinks now and tries to patch his stepdad. Abused him at 13, so he had to stab it. Or how about Egypt? She's 38 and homeless. Her mother was a streetwalker, so really she was hopeless. At 14, she had no time to dream. Her mother put her out with the rest of the heroin fiends. But these are the people, we walk past them every day. Say it's their fault, sitting there asking us for change, when really we say that so that we don't feel ashamed that these few dollars they need is probably going to waste. So as January hits us, please rethink. The people you think are below us are really human beings. And if you think like that, then try hard not to blink, cause you could wake up one day and be the one in need. It's DT.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video if you know, show it to your friends and all. Shout out to them sponsors. Big ups. Peace out.